Hello and welcome back to my Formula 1 2020 Fantasy Prediction season. My name is Alex Does F1 Stuff and today we are going over round number 6 in Monaco. So for those of you that are new to this series, I will pop a link to the playlist of this entire series in card in the corner and also in the description as well, starting from round 1 in Australia. And also there is a mathsy video of exactly how I go about creating all of my custom tables. If you are interested, it is incredibly maths heavy, but I will again link that in a card in the corner. I have such trouble saying that. Anyway, I think that is all of the pleasantries out of the way, so without further ado, we will jump straight on into practice. And always we will start with practice number 1. Well, I just messed up that previous clip, so we'll just jump straight into here and start again. So Verstappen leads the way in practice 1, 3/10 clear from Bottas, who gains a place from last year with Hamilton 3rd. Leclerc is 1.4 seconds off the leader with the two Renaults behind in 5th and 6th. Gasly is 200ths behind Ocon with Vettel 700ths behind him. Next comes Magnussen, Raikkonen, Grosjean and Giovinazzi, an alternating quartet covered by 0.15 seconds. Russell makes it into P15 with Albon, Norris, Latifi and Stroll all behind, with Sainz 49 seconds off the pace, suffering an issue. So practice 2 is now led by Bottas 4/10 clear from Verstappen and 7/10 from Hamilton. Perez makes it to P4 in front of Gasly. There is no alternating quartet this time round, with Giovinazzi in front of Magnussen and Ricciardo 8th, Raikkonen 9th and Vettel 10th. Sainz bounces back to 11th with Leclerc 12th, half a tenth down. Grosjean is 4,000ths off the Ferrari man with Kvyat and Albon behind, separated by just 1,000th. Norris, Ocon, Russell, Stroll and Latifi make up the remaining places. Verstappen retakes the top spot for practice 3, just 1/10 clear from Bottas with Leclerc now 3rd and Hamilton 4th. Gasly and Ricciardo are next with Kvyat between the two Alfa Romeo cars in 8th. Magnussen has Perez and Ocon within a 10th of his 10th place spot, with Grosjean, Sainz, Albon and shockingly Vettel, who is 2.5 seconds off the pace, all behind him. Norris, Stroll and the two Williams cars round off the field for practice. So leaving the realm of practice and the pace setting and going into qualifying ahead of the race, as always, Q1 starts us off and it is led by Verstappen and Bottas with Ricciardo 3rd and Perez 4th. Hamilton, Kvyat, Gasly, Sainz, Grosjean, Vettel and Magnussen all make it through safely, with the two Alfa Romeo cars just making it in by 2/10ths. Ocon and Leclerc are the last to make it into Q2, with Norris, Stroll, Albon and the two Williams cars again being knocked out. So Q2 is next and Verstappen takes the lead from Bottas this time, with Ricciardo, Hamilton and Perez, Kvyat, Magnussen and Gasly all safely through. Sainz and Ocon are just squeezing in 600ths in front of Vettel, who is knocked out of Q2. Grosjean and the two Alfa Romeo cars again together are also knocked out, as the second Ferrari of Charles Leclerc is down in 15th. So that is both Ferraris out in Q2 and not progressing through to Q3. But can anybody stop Bottas's charge on qualifying and stop him from taking his 6th pole position in a row? No, they can't. It is again Bottas on pole, just 200ths clear of Verstappen this time, but 7/10ths clear from Hamilton. Ricciardo is P4 for Renault, their best qualifying for a while, with Gasly 5th, Magnussen lines up 6th in front of Kvyat, Sainz, Perez and finally Ocon. So looking at the starting grid, the biggest gainer is Perez down in 9th, gaining 7 places from last year, with Albon in 18th place, losing out 8. Also, many apologies if you can hear either banging or also a very loud, what sounds like hairdryer. That would be my computer. But it is race day around the Principality circuit of Monaco. It is the one that everybody wants to win. So let's get into it. And it is Red Bull who come away with their first 1-2 of the finish, with Verstappen ahead of Gasly. Stroll makes it onto the podium from P17 on the grid in front of the two Mercedes cars, with Hamilton leading Bottas. Vettel is 6th, with Russell in the Williams only 1.3 seconds off the 4-time champion. The two Haas cars are in the points, with Kvyat taking home the last one. The McLarens and Renaults form an alternating quartet, with Sainz and Ocon leading Norris and Ricciardo, who slipped from P4 on the grid to 14th place. Not a great weekend at all. Latifi is 15th, and the two Alfa Romeo cars round out the race finishes, and they are again glued together, with the randomly chosen retirees being Albon in the AlphaTauri, Perez in the Racing Point, and Leclerc in the Ferrari. So Gasly managed to nab the fastest lap, 1/10 clear from Bottas, and making Red Bull gain the maximum 44 points available to them. As we move to see what effect round number 6 at Monaco has had on the championship, so Verstappen takes his second win in a row, scoring 25 points, with his teammate scoring 19 for his campaign, and further down the field, Russell bags 6 points, which is triple his current tally. As for the shuffling though, Hamilton clears Vettel, with Stroll leaping up to 7th, and Russell moves his way up to 16th in the standings, with Verstappen now a comfortable 25 points clear from Bottas and 40 from Hamilton. The two Ferraris are next, with Gasly in 6th. Now Stroll is the best of the rest, with 10 drivers all within 25 points of his position, so anything can still change. But it is Red Bull who take home more than double Mercedes' points tally in the Constructors' Championship, with Racing Point bagging 15, Ferrari 8, Haas 6, Williams also 6, and AlphaTauri just the 1. And as for the shuffles in the Constructors' Championship, there are only 2. Racing Point clear Haas for 4th, and Williams move ahead of Renault for not being last. And once again this year, it is all evens at the top, with Mercedes and Red Bull sharing 155 points, Ferrari are 39 points back, with Racing Point an ever-increasing 69. So from 4th to 8th place is just 23 points. So the midfield is just as hotly contested as the top of the field, with Williams and Renault both at the bottom. And that is the end of my fantasy prediction video for round number 6 in Monaco. I hope you have all enjoyed, and in 2 days' time from this, I'm currently working on a behind the scenes or a making of video for this exact one. So that should come out 2 days after this. So look forward to that one. But all I've got left to do now, guys, is thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video with whatever I decide to make. I'll see you then.